There's a strange thing happening in Manchester today. What is this beam of light? What is this beam of light? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh my God, we've got sun. We've had a bit of a camera malfunction this morning. SD card failed, so we've got another one. Biggest con ever. First time in months I've had to put my bloody sunglasses on. Look at that beam. The beam of light. So I just can't believe we've got this like ultra beam of light in the UK. It makes me in such a good mood. So much that I want to do this. Today there is no aim. Well, there is an aim, it's to get stuff done on the car, but it's just to simply tidy up in here because it's an ultra mess. Get everything prepped for the engine going in, so there'll be plumbing some brake lines in. We're going to put the new windows in because we've arrived. So it'll just be a mix and match of all the things that I've not done since I've had the car. Oh, some spraying parts as well. We're going to get some black spray on some things to neaten them up, tighten them up, and spruce them up. Oh, one thing that I do need to show you is someone's asked about this makeshift garage. How did I build it? What did I build it out of? How much did it cost? So we're going to run through that right now. With the makeshift garage, it's simply made out of 3x2 timber. Now, each length of this I got for about £2.20. Call it £2.50 to keep it easy. Each strut across is a fiver, so we've got £5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then we've got a few more. So call it 30 quid for all the wood. We've put some noggins in that way. Then I've got this corrugated plastic. I think that was about a fiver a sheet. Probably, let's have a quick total. I'd say 20 sheets of that. That's 100 quid. So there's 130 quid. Then the tarps either end, which I'm probably not including. For £160, I've got this makeshift garage. And then the light fitting I got from work cost me nothing, whereas it probably cost you lot a bit more. And then the floor, which was, well, it's a floor out of a Marks and Spencer's. I used to work away doing Marks and Spencer's all over the UK, and any floor tiles that were left over used to get skipped, so the floor layer said that I could have them, so I've put them down in here to protect the driveway when I spray some stuff on the car. Also this here for a bit of stability that way to stop it falling down. Obviously it's not pleasing to the eye, so this is just temporary, hence why it's a makeshift garage, just to keep the car dry until it's finished. Then it can go in dry storage, and then I'm hoping to build another car, but the parents have said that this has got to go because it looks like a tent on the side of the house, so it's going. I've waffled enough. Let's get on with the car and put some tunes on. Here is the beautiful new glass. Now, before we continue with the glass, what I will say is definitely shop about for those rear windows, because Mini Sport wanted to charge £77 per window, Mini Spares wanted to charge £50 per window, but Moss, the most expensive, wanted to charge £24 each, so I got two for 50 quid. Buzzing, 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 buzzing. That one's gone in. They're not as good fit, the new glass. There's a bit of a bubble in the edge at the top. I'm going to have to start adjusting that, but I've got it in to a certain extent. This now, I'm going to trim all the excess headliner off to heat it up with a heat gun, trim it off, make sure it's all stuck, and then whack the other window in. Trim that. We're going to trim the door and just make sure the headlining's all done. I'm happy with it. Just one sec, my mate Henry's here. Henry. Henry's here. Just going to hoover the car out because it's a mess. Now it's getting towards the end of doing the windows and everything, and there's going to be minimal dust. I just thought we'd hoover it all out, clean it all up, and then continue with what we're going to do today. So while we're just altering this side, I need to get rid of that crease there. I'm going to try and get that door to shut better because this gap, it's not right. I want it tight. So, rumour has it, somebody told me that you can adjust this here, this striker plate, so it'll pull the door in more. So what I've done there is I've just moved it over. Close this slowly now and see if we can get it to shut with a nice flush line. So that's where it needs to be. That is flush to. The only thing is that requires a lot of effort to close it, so. Bob on. So all that whinging that I did, asking Dave Jaguar what the problem was, it was something simple. I could possibly try and close this gap up. I mean, it's similar there, but behind here I could put some packers to try and push the door that way. Pretty standard. The other one's horrendous. I need to sort that out, but I'm waiting on screws for the door catches there. This is the headliner. That corner there, I'm not really happy with. But this window's coming out because it's not sat right. Obviously there's a bit of a crease there because I've got to take the screw out for when the sun visors go in. So now we're going to do a bit of plumbing, remove the bonnet, and then we've got some pipes to plumb in. I also need to ask if there's any jobs that anyone recommends that I should do before the engine goes back in. So I'll show you that now. Drop a comment saying what you think I should do. I must admit I've never put an engine back in a car. I've took one out but I've never put one back in. So these are the pipes that we're going to put back on. So as you can see, this is the engine bay. All the wiring loom's jointed there, which you saw in the last video. I'm wondering, the throttle cables need to go in. I just want to know what I need to sort of roughly put in before we drop that big green monstrosity back in. So yeah, if anyone could throw in the comments and tell me what they think I should do before that goes back in, it will be muchly appreciated. And I will thank you by shouting out your name in my next video in style. Actually guys, change of plan. I'm going to unbolt this and then we're going to spray it. That's been sprayed. That hasn't. It did get zinked, but it seems to have weathered. I'm not happy with the way it looks. I prefer it to look a bit like that. So we're going to spray wheel silver. I think while this is drying as well, what I'm going to spray is the heater matrix because I ran out of paint and didn't do it properly last time, so we'll hang that now. This is the beauty of having a makeshift garage, and then we'll get that sprayed in black. While those are drying, I think this is a perfect time to dive into Mini of the Week. Look at this beautiful 1972 K-Reg Mini Clubman 1275 GT. Well, what it will be when it's done. But this has been sent in by Graham Stockdale from Whitehaven, and I've got to thank him for the time and effort he's put into sending all these photographs and all this video. It's really a good selection that I can choose from to throw into this video. He paid for the work to be done panel-wise himself, as you can see, because it was too far gone, and fair play to him. He looked at it, held his hands up and thought, you know what, that's too much for me to tackle, so I'll let the professionals do it. Which is exactly what I did with mine, but mine was purely because I worked away. I didn't have the time. Balance, but he's now getting the glory of bolting it all back together. He totally agrees with me that the headliner was, in fact, the most difficult, stressful, biggest knot of a job on the car to do, but he's done it and it looks good. If not, I suppose of age becomes patience, and these youngsters these days don't have as much patience. So yeah, thanks for sending that in, Graham, and I'm glad that I could feature it, and I hope this fulfills what you wanted to see, and make sure everyone else sends in their mini for the next week's mini of the week. So thanks very much. Absolutely beautiful looking mini there. Now before we carry on doing that, because I just want to give it a few more minutes for this to dry, I've seen a lot of minis getting stolen recently, and it breaks my heart because it's like these cars, they're becoming more and more rare and they're becoming irreplaceable, and especially for the man hours and everything that's done personally, there's a lot more money goes into it. Insurance will probably pay out unless you've got an agreed valuation. So just a thought, why not purchase these? Now these are wheel clamps. Now I paid £12 each for these, so I got two for 25 quid. You can tell the Chinese because look at some of the English on this. Let lock the body to block the automobile fellow. Brake system to move the piece effectively. Can't make car wheel turn move. Chinese, that's what they look out. Sturdy, rubber on there to stop marking your wheels. If you're going out in your mini anywhere and you're parking about, I recommend you put one of these on as well as a steering lock, just as a deterrent. I'm not saying it's going to stop it getting stolen, but it'll slow them down. I'll shut up and let's put that part back on the car. So this is what we're now dealing with in the UK. It is 20 past 5 and it's dark, dark, dark. I'm going to attempt to put these on. To my understanding, that goes there. That one goes into the slave cylinder. Then we need to put that one that goes onto the back brakes there. Right guys, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if I did anything wrong. I don't think I did. I think I've done okay. Be sure to send in mini of the week. Check over to my GoFundMe page if you want to support this channel, which is linked in the description. But other than that, smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop me a comment saying minis are awesome or something like that, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.